And indeed, what a great way to welcome Liberians. What a pleasant way to welcome our most beloved and our most cherished Liberians. Let me say a pleasant good morning to you. And let me also say welcome to the broadcast. Indeed, this morning broadcast promises to be a very great one. So wherever you are listening from, however you're joining us, I would like to say a pleasant good morning to you. And I would also like to say welcome to another fascinating edition of the program, Good Morning Liberia. This is where we converge each and every morning to talk about issues. And of course, these are issues that matters to Liberians. So I want to say good morning to all of you, those of you making your way to work this morning on your commercial or private vehicles. I would like to say a blessed good morning. Those of you going to the marketplaces, those of you who go to the marketplaces in the morning, you're also going to your work too, because that is where you work. And those of you, the pimping riders, the Keke Riders. I would like to say good morning to you if you have tuned in this morning. It's a good morning, Liberia, on Voice of Liberia 104.1. I would like to say good morning. And I also want you to turn up your volume a little louder so that others be able to have access to information. And those of you watching us on the Facebook Live, I urge you to please share the live video. Invite a friend to watch, invite a friend to listen as we go about this broadcast. So let us all do the sharing together so that we be able to disseminate information together this morning. And indeed, this morning's broadcast promises to be a very much a great one. And my name is Samira Onelai, and of course, I'm Samira Onelai. I'm here with you this morning. I will be joined by Ben Believe Tokpa Shatley. But until then, my name is Samira Onelai. Whenever you wake up in the morning, I always say you need to give praises to God Almighty for yet another day. Because the life that we have, it is not our own. So whenever you wake up, you say thank you before leaving your beds. And this morning, I want to send out encouragement to those of you on hospital beds. Probably some of you are feeling like you want to give up. Some of you are feeling like life has failed you. But I want to encourage you this morning that the fact that your eyes are open, the fact that you're breathing breath, the fact that you can say thank you, you need to be grateful. Because mind you, you are on hospital beds. Some of you are finding it difficult to put food on your tables. Some of you have given up and you're feeling like there's no need for life because I do not have anything. How can I live? Mind you, I'm reminding you this morning that there are people who have been buried 6 feet. They're dead and gone. But the fact that you're alive, you need to have hope. Continue to hope, and hope. One day it's going to get better. Nothing lasts forever. Hard time doesn't last forever. Good times doesn't last forever, dude. That is life. Today you might be struggling. You might be going through some problems. There are other people who are enjoying. There are other people who are celebrating. There are other people who are crying. When it is your time, some of the people that you have today who are enjoying the best of things, they might be at your place where you are now. That is life. Life is not fair. So let me say good morning. There's a lot of things on our plate this morning to talk about. But shortly, we already have our guests. They're here, and let me apologize to the Liberian people for coming on a bit late this morning. We have a few technical problems, some technical glitches. But it's great that it has been settled, and we're live. To speak to the Liberian people. This is what we do for a living. This is why we leave our comfortable beds every morning to come and talk to the Liberian people. So we have our guests. They are already on grounds. We will take them by 8:30. 8:30, we will welcome in our guests. And this morning, we will be hosting 3 executives of the Falashin movement. Liberians, fellow Liberians. Have you ever heard the word Falashin before? I know that it sounds strange to some people, but Thomas Fala is one of the great men in Liberia now, and he's one of Liberia's best. Oh, Allah. Hey, politics. Everything is happening. But we will have the Falashins here this morning, 3 executives of the Falashins movement. a movement that is to support Thomas Fala. And we will have Legend Gibson. Legend Gibson is the vice chair for press and propaganda. And we will also have Abdullah Kamara, who's the secretary general. And also we will have, this is Kita Chris Teme. Yes, he's the vice chair for planning, research, and strategy. We will have these people here, and we will talk about the Falashin movement. We will also talk about Nimbo, the movement that is supporting Joseph Boakar's re-election. We will talk about that movement this morning and dive deeper into other political issues. So wherever you're from, please share the live video and let us all have a conversation. The time is 3 minutes, coming up to 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, we move into some of our talking points. So till we reach 8 o'clock, let us be able to do few acknowledgements. Can you please get it for me, please? You need to. Yes, let us do a few acknowledgements. Those of you watching us on the Facebook page, it's important that we call some of you names and be able to, acknowledge you. It's important. Oliver G. Chia is following from Grand Jida County. Morris Gray writes, and he says, "Good morning, VOL family. I'm following from an ELWA rehab community. Emmanuel Bro is watching from Minnesota, the USA. Sam Foley goes on by saying, "Good morning. I'm Sam Foley watching from Golodi, Lasana town, Bombing County." Reach out to him. Liberia, Clay District, reach out to him before you. Without representatives, that is what he meant. But we're 2029. Achi Maya says, "Good morning to the listeners of Voice of Liberia. I'm watching from Zulu Whiskey." This is Stanley Sharif. Stanley Sharif is following from Broadfield City. Obi Diaye is watching, and he says, "Good morning, Voice of Liberia. Obi Diaye watching from SKD community, Painesville City. Thanks." And this is Duoda Daniel. He says, "Good morning, everyone. Emmanuel SP Tiwe." He writes, "Good morning, Voice of Liberia. I am Emmanuel SP Tiwe, monitoring you live from Boys Town, Wagibi County. The Flexible General is watching from Clay District, Bombing County. Ma Hawason." He goes on by saying, "Good morning, Voice of Liberia family. I'm Chairman Mo Keita, the chairman for the movement to restore the Liberian people hope under the AAID, following from Bankabon County." Rubicon is following. Duoda Daniel says, "Happy birthday to all our May 20th born around the world." Duoda, you want to be one of the panelists on the show this morning? Just tell me, because why are you sending out birthday treats? This is J. Henry Nan. This person is following from Fendale Community, Cowfield. Sam M. Gunnerson is watching from the biggest lime tree, Lofa Bridge, Gola Conan District, Grand Cape Mount County. And he's asking Liberians to pray for our country, Mama Liberia. And this is Ibrahim Sama. This person is watching. A lot of you following. Let me go. Let me take it from the bottom. D. Ibrahim George J is following from Painesville City. Ayuba Critical Kaba is watching from Clarkstown, Monrovia, Liberia. And Kali M. Doba is following from Kakata City. George Doyen Jr. is watching from Buchanan City, and a lot of you following this morning. Let me say thanks and appreciation to those of you who have joined our broadcast. I do urge all of you watching through the live platform to please share the live video to others so that they'll be able to have access to information this morning. Let us disseminate information together. Share it in all of the group chats. Send it to your messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you can send it on all your social media platforms. Let us do that and have a very great broadcast this morning. Like we said, at 8:30, we will take in our guests, and we will have three, or we already have, because they are already on grounds. We have three executives from the Falashan movement. I don't know whether some of you have heard about that movement. It's called the Falashan movement. We're going to have them here to talk politics, to talk about Liberia, talk about the Falashan movement, also talk about NIMBO, the movement that is supporting Joseph Boakar's re-election, headed by Thomas Fala. So these are things that we'll discuss with them. But at 8:30, we take them in. There are a couple of things going on. Let us go into trendy issues. Let us talk about some trendy issues, and then we move on to our guests. Just before that, the cash giveaway is on. And this morning, it is the jackpot morning. All you need to do in order to be eligible to play the cash giveaway is to have 200 Liberian dollars on your phone. Once you have 200 Liberian dollars on your mobile money, automatically you're eligible to play the cash giveaway. You do not need to have less than 200. If you have more than 200, that is good for you, meaning you can play more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And let me tell you this secret: the more you play, the more you stand a chance to win. The more you play, the more you stand a chance to win. So all you need to do is to dial *799 *8# and use 200 Liberian dollars. Play with it, and you stand a chance to win yourself 20,000, 30,000, up to 100,000 Liberian dollars this morning. We will start up with an opening draw shortly, and we'll be giving out 5,000 Liberian dollars as our opening draw. So those of you following, make use of the time, play the cash giveaway, and be able to win yourself some money. So these are the trending issues for today. The senator of Montserrat County, one of the senators though, Darius DeLong, Ibrahim Darius DeLong, excuse me, is proposing a new bill. And that bill has to do with cutting US dollars one USD from every transaction from the diaspora Liberians. Meaning, if a person is in the United States of America wanting to send money here to Liberians, $1 United States will be cut out. So if you have somebody in the US and then the person is sending you, let's say 5 USD, $1 will be taken out and you will receive $4. Right? That is the bill that Darius DeLong is proposing to the legislature. Right? And there are a lot of Liberians who are, disagree with what Darius is saying. And we'll also listen to Liberians on this platform too, because this information came up late yesterday. And we'll also listen to Liberians on this platform to hear what they're thinking. Like, what is it that they have to say to this? But let us be real. Darius DeLong needs to be, strategic. Not just strategic, but Darius DeLong needs to be careful as to how he goes about proposing bills. Like I said, or like I've always said to Liberians, these are the people that make decisions for us. We cannot go at the Capitol building to make our own decision. These are the people that make our decision. So, majority of the time, instead of some of these people making decision in our favor, they will make decision that will favor them and not think about Liberians. Let us be real. Let us be clear. Look at the country. Where is this country heading? Prices are going up. Times are hard. Eating has become an achievement. People cannot even get something for themselves. Nowadays, for people to even put food on their table for their families, it is something that is hard. People are buying cup of rice. Everything prices high. everything. There's increase in taxes. There's increase in gasoline. There's increase in the University of Liberia fees. That is what the president is proposing. And everything is just going up. We're going to carry to back this, what we used to say, UP up. Unity Party, UP is up. So when it comes to power, everything goes up. Instead of everything being, favorable for the citizens, they try ways and means to see as to how people will continue to suffer. The president sent the vice president on a trip, told the vice president, go and see as to what is the cause of poverty. Why Liberians are suffering. Up to now, the vice president is yet to tell the Liberian people and tell the president what is the cause of poverty in this country. He's not telling the Liberian people. They're not doing anything to address it. The sackless were being taken from the streets. People are struggling to get food, jobs. There's no job opportunity in this government. No job opportunity. People have degrees and people have masters. Can you imagine people on Facebook nowadays? They be writing up on Facebook saying, I have bachelor in criminal justice. I have a master's in this one. I have certificate in this, but I have been sitting home for more than 2-3 years. I have nothing to do. I'm just saying this to mean that the poverty rate in our country, is high. It's increasing on a daily basis. And yet and still, our people who are supposed to make decision in our interest, they are still finding ways and means to increase the poverty rate. You have somebody in the States. The president things not already found. Excuse me, I'm sorry. People finding ways and means, right? There are some Liberians, they are known as beggars to some of the people in the US because times are hard. Do you know what it means for a man who's supposed to provide for his family? He's begging someone, asking them for maybe 20 USD just to be able to put food on his family table. That is how hard this country is. There's no job opportunity. Nothing is improving. The people are not finding ways and means to see how Liberians will get out of poverty. They are not finding ways and means to see about that. But what they are doing is increasing everything in the country, putting the weight on Liberians. You people are supposed to be finding jobs for Liberians. You people are supposed to be going out there, bringing in investors so that they be able to invest in this country, so Liberians be able to have access to jobs. But you're not doing it. You're not creating jobs. You're not doing anything. But what you're doing now, you are using the citizens to benefit. The citizens are paying you. Let us be real. Fellow Liberians, take a look around you. All of the lawmakers that we have, all of the ministers that we have, the presidents, the vice presidents that we have been having, all of these people, who pay them? Is it not the Liberian people? Is it not the Liberian people resources that pay them? These people live on us. They literally feed from us. But end of the day, if things not going fine with them, they start to impose on Liberians again so that they be able to get more money from Liberians. They increase taxes. They went ahead, they increase gasoline. Oh, war fighting Iran. Bam! Gasoline increase. In the market nowadays, if even you go to the market to buy palm nut that people can get in the tree and cut. If you go and buy palm nut price is high. When this person is selling a palm nut pot, maybe 50 Liberian dollars or 100 Liberian dollars, you ask, but what happened here? Why the price so high? That person will tell you, say, prices going up. And sometimes you don't blame them. Some of these people, for them to get the goods from out of town, they pay a lot of money on the taxes, right? Transportation fare has increased. So you don't blame them. But my thing here is, instead of the government finding ways and means to be able to settle this thing, one senator will come up and say, you'll be able to let me propose a bill that whatever a Liberian is receiving from America, $1 should be taken from there. Amen. Let's be real. Paris Delon, you own a business. I don't like to talk about it because you are the fictionist. Like you say a whole lot of things. People have high expectation for you. And at the end of the day, you under deliver. You did not do anything for the people. Months rather they are waiting 2029. And you know the frustrating part about it is that these people sit in office for consecutive 9 years, 9 years, 9 years. Within 9 years, that person has gotten what they want to get. Whole 9 years. Guys, they don't sat in office. He couldn't do anything tangible for the Liberian people. And this is Darius Delon that is proposing. Also, now these people have understood that all things that working in the country, people are suffering, people are doing this one. Oh, but let's see. Most people always ask people in the States for money. They always do transaction, maybe through SendWave. Okay, so since most people doing transaction, the family in the States or friends in the States sending them money, let us be able to cut $1 from their money. If you take all the $1 there from there, I mean, when loans start feeling taking all their owner fees and everything, how much you going to be left with? People have turned to beggars. I have seen men, I have seen women, and the situation can be so embarrassing. Do you know what it means to be a man? You have a family and you cannot provide for the family. You have to beg other people in the diaspora to be able to help you to put food on your family table. It's not like some of these people that are capable, some of these people that are able to work. And some of these people are people that government took food from their table. Government took job from them. They were qualified, but only because they support a particular political party, or government took job from them. And now this is the situation where you're saying, if you up there and you're sending money down here, $1 should be taken from the money. Are you kidding me, Darius Delon? After all of what the Liberian people are going through, you still want to take some of that money again? It is the bill that you're proposing. Liberians, that is it. That is it. That is what the light is saying. The fake Chinese light is saying. That is what he's saying. If a person send you $5, you take off $1 from there. When don't start Orange Finish taking that own from there, maybe you'll be left with $3 or $3.50. Can you imagine? So there's no way to where now you're going after people own money that they're sending them. I thought there should be, funny ways and means to help Liberians. But let's welcome Ben this morning. Good morning to you, Ben, and welcome.
Good morning, teammate Samara. Good morning to our listeners. My internet has been the Wi-Fi server has been crashing, but I mean
Okay.
I managed to make it through. I've been
Mhm.
following teammate, and it's quite troubling. I follow the trending issues, coupled with this news about the diaspora should be paying a mandatory fee of $1 across the board. I
Mhm.
think it's troubling. It's troubling, but it's good to be on the show. It's good to be here.
Okay, so Liberians will be able to participate on that. Like we said, at 8:30, we will usher in our guests because we have them here already. So Liberians will be able to do that. But Ben, there is this thing that you shared in our group chat. It has to do with our land in Seze community. The government are saying that they are to reclaim the land that is Seze community and all of that. What do you make of that? I've seen a lot of Liberians comment, and there have been people, using invectives, insulting, the managing director for the National Housing Authority and all of that. But what do you have to say about the land that the government are to reclaim the in Seze community? In fact, the whole Seze community, the government said that it is their property, and they're about to reclaim it.
It's quite unfortunate that the party, all those years they spent in government, 12 years of this Leaf Boaka administration, and now the Boaka Co administration. Sese community is an urban community in Pinsville. So where were the government over the last few years when Zeze community were a place at a time uninhabited, and citizens who have acquired that property did not just go there on their own. Those citizens went through the rightful or legal channel and paid for those properties, build their homes. Where were they? Where were Joseph Boaka? Now coming up today for the government to quote unquote claim the entire Zese community to be their property under the guise of wanting to do something that I think is hypocritical, is unfortunate. That is an anti-masses posture. Under this current administration, Joseph Boaka has been the chief architect in making Liberian homeless. Anything we're talking, sooner or later, they are going to destroy people's homes. They are going to break people's homes down with their yellow machines. And they are going to make thousands of Liberian homeless again. This is quite unfortunate. And we stand in solidarity with the people of Zese community. No government that the people stood in the rain and sun to cast their ballot for should treat them in this manner and form. This is sheer wickedness. This is evil. This is devilish. How dare you claim an entire community? Do you know how many structure people have built in Zese community? In fact, Zese community is one of the most talked about communities in Peaceville. So the government plan to demolish the entire Zese community and take ownership. This is an attack on the sovereignty of the people. This is an attack on the rights to dwelling places. This is an attack on the rights of citizens who have built their properties. This is an attack on the livelihood of the citizens. We saw it in Jalata. We saw this at the Catholic Junction. We saw this on the Old Road, and so on. Now, Zeze community has been targeted. This is wicked. This is shared wickedness, teammate. And Joseph Boaka heartlessness is something that nobody ever thought would have reached this length. For some of us, we've known Boaka to be a very cruel and a wicked person. We know that very clearly. He's a trouble man, a very tribalistic individual, wicked, he's a dangerous old man. And so the people of this community are about to face the wrath of this wicked man. Very, very wicked creature. Boaka is a wicked person. He's wicked, very dangerous old man. We empathize with the people of this community. But that is it. We hope that the community can mobilize themselves, go to the court, and ensure that the court issue a stay order on the Joseph Yuma Boaka threat against the people of this community. I want to say to the people of this community, do not be afraid. You acquire those properties through administrative or legal means whatsoever. Therefore, proceed to the court with your documents and send a very strong message to Joseph Boaka that he do not own Liberia, and it is shameful and embarrassing that in his 80 plus year, that's when he's so greedy and having a kind of evil mind to acquire the people's property that belongs to the people. This is sad.
Okay.
This is sad to
Thank
me.
you. Thank you, Ben. Thank you for your analysis on that issue. Fellow Liberians, this is the situation. The government is to reclaim the land there in Sisi community. You said that not even a land in Sisi community, but the whole Sisi community, right? The government is to reclaim it. And this statement was being made by the managing director of the National Housing Authority, Florence Chibe. And she said that The land belongs to the government. And the government should be able to acquire their own property now and be able to use it for a particular purpose. Now, you know, under this government, Liberians have been experiencing the issue of land, and there have been land crisis from one location to another. You have the Catholic Junction area there, wherein Liberians were told to move. The area they're in District A2, and you just name them. There have been many that Liberians are experiencing. And there are many Liberians who have been left homeless due to this situation. We have witnessed videos wherein a mother or child doesn't have anywhere to sleep, but then the government is providing food for them wherein they do not have place to cook and all of that. We have seen it. And this is another one that is about to happen. But this is my message to the government. This is my message to the National Housing Authority. This is my message to Joseph Boakai. This is my message to the Unity Party government. Just the way in which you heard Thomas Fala the other day having conversation or making statements about the Unity Party people holding Liberians, caring for them, bringing their windshield down, and all of these things. Because 2029, these are the same Liberian people that Unity Party will run to vote them comes 2029, and all of that. That is just the whole truth. Let me say this. You have made Liberians homeless. People have cried. And now you're moving to the Cizé community. Cizé community is a very big community in the Pinsfield belt, a very big community. And you're saying that the whole Cizé community is a government-owned property. People have built their houses. People have businesses there. You're going to break people places down. Let me say this. A responsible government, a mature government, and a government that cares for its people will always prioritize their citizens. There have been some instances wherein government will tell you that this other property for me, or they will go to court and they will say there's other property for a private citizen. At the end of the day, people's homes will be broken down, and years in, years out, that place will remain empty with no structure being built on it. What a mature government will do, if even the land is for the government and they have, at times the government doesn't even have anything to build there. They just want to make people homeless. But for this instance, let's say that the government, have some things to build, or they have some projects to carry on. What a responsible government will do is find place for their citizens. They will be able to find place for their citizens. They will be able to compensate their citizens so that they'll be able to find somewhere to go. Not to just wake up one morning and then you see bulldozers breaking down your homes. The district 8 you have people in their stores. You have people in their homes. They never even knew. They went there and broke them down, saying that so and so person owned the land. Okay, this land is owned by this person, but these people have been living here for more than 20, 30 years, more than 50, 60 years. They have been here. What the government will do is find an alternative for them so that they be able to move. Then the government can reclaim their land. That is what a mature government will do. We all saw during the Weir's administration, as much as there are people who will hate Weir due to whatever reason, because you support people based on your own personal feelings, based on fights or whatever. That's your support. As much as people will hate Weir for a particular reason, or hate him because there were people in your government that, brought him to where he is. But look at the PHP park there. Let us look behind the PHP park or side the PHP park, whatever. That was a very, very much a bad community, a slum community. That place, so zinc round you had there. People living in zinc houses. The place was so bad. We asked that I will report is it the PHP park? The one in Concord Town there, the fish market. Invisible Park, thank you. The Invisible Park. When he said report this, Invisible Park down, people, what kind of park they make coming for recreation park? What a meaning of that one? But all of the people you had living in zinc houses there, the houses were being rebuilt. Took them from there, rebuilt it, concrete, gave them a modern place, and then let them to be. And then tell them, say, you go back there. Because he needed for the community to be beautiful. He needed to beautify the place. If you're any other person, they just care about the invisible park. They just put the invisible park down. Whether you have your zinc houses beyond there or not, that's not his business. That is what a government would do. The government always put the citizens' interest first. But it's not happening in this government for all aspects, for all sectors. It is not happening. The citizens' interest always come first because these are the people that go to the ballot boxes to vote you. So if you're saying that, okay, we come to reclaim Zeze community, this is a government-owned property, you're not just going to go there one morning with a bulldozer and then you just break people's houses down, or you just take them on away, leaving them without anything or leaving them with no alternative. What you do is you set a plan. Okay, we're going to give them this money because these people have been here for years and they need to move on with their lives. So we'll give them so and so amount. Or if you do not want to give them cash, we will find this place for them. Let them be there. You really think that that's not a government responsibility? That's the government responsibility. That's the government responsibility. But this is the news that we're getting again about the Zeze community. That was the reason why, before I could start this conversation, I said nothing is improving. We're not seeing anything. The Liberian people continue to suffer. All of the burden is being rested on the Liberian people head. It's being rested on the Liberian people head. So we could talk about this issue that has to do with Mo Ali, the water and soil thing, wherein Mo Ali is saying that 76% of Liberians, they have access to water. And Musa Ability said that this man should be able to appear before the House to justify, his ministry, and he's defending it and saying that 76% of Liberians have water access. Man, people, let's be real. Even the city part, I would say single. Some of the people in single doesn't even have water. You know how many people, how many of us in Pinsville get water and swore, and for water to come that wall, you will leave the water and swore that you go to the hand pump or go to the well to go and draw water or fetch water. So this one, I'm more saying 76% of Liberians have access to water. That won't apply. That more go there and appear before the House and be able to justify what he's saying. Because I have been following Mo Ali for quite some time. Where I see Mo Ali doing the work is on Facebook. Doing all of the postings. That you think about. So Mo Ali, fellow Liberians, Mo Ali is saying that 76% of Liberians have access to safe drinking water. That is what Mo Ali is saying. Let us open the phone lines. There are three things we talked about in passing this morning. The issue that has to do with Liberians in the diaspora who will be sending money down. Darius Taylor is proposing a bill saying that whenever a Liberian in the diaspora send down money to his or her relative, they should be able to take $1 out of the money. So if they send you $5, you get $4. When Orange or Lone Star take their own cuts from there, then you know what you'll be left with. And we also pass on with the issue that has to do with the Zeze community. The government is about to reclaim Zeze community, saying that it is government-owned property. And this issue that has to do with Mo Ali saying that 76% of Liberians have access to safe drinking water. 0773-419-5002, 0773-419-5002, 0773-978-564, 0773-978-564. These are the numbers for Orange subscribers. Those of the Lone Star subscribers, you get us on this alternative line 0881 275 0881-275-189. This is the alternative line for Lone Star subscribers. Those of you in the diaspora wanting to communicate, wanting to make your point, this is an alternative line, 0779-003-835, 0779-003-835. Let's hear you, Liberians. Good morning.
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 Good morning, Tamara. I'm Stephen Kaiser, and then I'm from Swatch.
Okay.
The
Okay. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
data given by Mo Ali that he has contributed 76% people. I mean,
You said what happened to the data given by Mo Ali?
the data is.
My brother, your line is very terrible. You have to call back. Let's take this person. Good morning. Good morning. That person left the line. Let's see as to if we take a few more calls here before ushering in our guests. Let's talk to a few more persons. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where do you join us from?
My name is Stefano Wea. I do you in the GSC. I mean,
but what's happening with all of you lying this morning? So you're coming in bad. You want to switch a little bit and make your point?
I'm okay.
You're
Hello?
coming in, but you're not sounding too good. Hello?
You know?
Yes, much better. Go ahead.
Oh, yes. You know that in the beginning you was an error ball, and the error still remains. You were ECTP, you were carrying document from. Number 2, 3 pointer.
Yeah, that's in some of you gotta let's just say change your location or bid and call. As much as we want to hear your point, when you're breaking through, it makes it harder. Good morning.
Good morning, Tamara.
Good morning. Crystal Claire. Your name and where do you join us from?
This is me more about Zagama and Primo Single this morning.
Zagaman, let's hear you.
Zagama,
Zagaman, where you are in Single, do you have water there? Your water running 24/6? I'm not gonna say 24 hours, say 24/6 or 24/7.
The mirror is unfortunate, and for me, I'm not surprised of Mo Ali's statement because lies is part of this government. From the
So, Zagama, the question is very simple. Do you have access to running water? Your water can come 24/7.
I don't have it.
You don't have it.
Water from well, no, we don't have it.
So, Zagama, listen. You are telling me that you live in Single. Mo Ali is saying that 76% of Liberians have access to safe drinking water, and you're living in Single and you do not have access to safe drinking water. That is what you're saying on the radio.
The mirror, there's an open challenge to Mo Ali. That Mo Ali show one community. I'm not saying even in North in Monrovia, that is even 50% of water supply for LDS.
Okay.
There's an open challenge to him. These guys are good allies, and they see that their lives will always rescue the Liberia. Those days are over. We can no longer fool again that you do the party. That is a big lie and would not go by it. Now the issue has to do with that, my sister, these guys are not just serious. The budget of Liberia, according to them, it has increased to 1.2 billion. Now, when it was 700 million, the government of Liberia was showing the situation in the Liberia. Now the budget has increased to 1.2 billion. They are telling us that they are unable to sustain the situation. So what are you telling us now? All of the millions of dollars have been generated from concession companies. What are they doing with it? They lose those money, they fill their bank account while they leave the majority of the people in total poverty. Look at what people are discussing today about the community. Who are those that will be affected? They are the very Liberians that stood in the rain and the sun when they put water to vote for Joseph Iman Baka and his government. They will be the victims of the same government that they voted for. That is unfortunate. That is not the type of government that people voted. That is not the type of government that people want. And we will ensure that since they cannot see the issue of the Liberian people, in 2029, we will also tell them that we have the constitutional right to change them because we put them there.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Is that a threat? Good morning.
Good morning, Samira.
Morning. Your name and where do you join the conversation from?
Thank you very much, my sister. This is the common board chairman. My name is T1 P. Willie. I'm the general secretary for the concerned Liberian for.
Let's hear you quickly.
Thank you very much, my sister. You know, this is a flagrant violation of the people. And let me just give this as my contribution to your show. You know, there is Declaration of American Independence. And in it, there is an act that I love, and I always quote when, you know, the time until itself. The time is today. And it says, and we hold this truth as a self-evident that all men were born free, and with the following rights. In those rights includes the right to life, the right to liberty, and the right to self-enjoyment. And these are reasons why government are instituted among men. And if any government refuse to provide these things, the people are on a moral duty and moral authority to wrap up and unseat this kind of
Whole day the people are rising up, they cannot rise up. But let's hear this question quickly, my brother. Thank you for your contribution. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Your name and where do you join us from?
My name is George Waterside, and I call you from Waterside this morning. Yeah, Shapira, they rescue, I don't really know the rescue government, why the people really want to do, or to, where they taking this country to. We overheard our finance minister once ago when he appeared on certain radio station and said to Liberian people that there is nowhere in Liberia or in the city you can see push carrying water around. In less than 30 seconds, people started posting push right out the station, and he was like that day. And Mo Ali come on air again to lie to Liberian people deliberately.
Mo Ali has appeared before the Liberian Senate. Musa Ability did a proposal that he'd be able to appear. And Mo Ali is saying that 76% of the Liberian people have access to safe drinking water.
That's a blatant lie. Blatant lie. But anyway, this is where we find ourselves.
Okay.
Only pass lie to Liberian people, give fake information, public information.
Thank you. Let's take this person. Good morning. Your name and where do you join us from?
My name is Junior Jesagi. I'm calling from 12th Street, Single.
Junior, are you from the diaspora? Are you in the States? Are you where are you? You say you calling from 12th Street?
Yeah.
You know this number for people who in the States?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But just make your point quickly.
Yeah, what more Ali is saying is just like him making fun out of we the Liberian people.
So your instinct, or do you have access to drinking water? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, thank you. Let's take this person quickly. Shortly, we go over to our guests, like we said. Let's take a few more calls. Good morning.
Thank you very much. I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from Down Coast Ponyo. When I'm a member of Concern Liberian for Justice. Samira, thank you. Samira, what I'm saying is like this government line is kind of trademark of this government. Ricky from the president down to its government official. The president told us in another interview that the land issue in Guinea, between Guinea and Liberia, have been settled, and the Guineans are going to withdraw their soldiers. Since 3 months, the Guineans are still there. The president come back again and refer to the Guinean president as his nephew.
My brother, that is not an issue under discussion.
And the issue is, more are you coming to lie to us about water business when people are buying bag of water $10, when people cannot see water, people are pushing water up Monrovia, then more are you say 17,000 people access to water. But
Okay.
don't affect it. Water from my own water, me have usually in the running water comes. Unfortunate that you guys start lying to us and do what they came to do.
And what do you have to make of the bill that direct still on is proportion? That when your family people, whoever send you money from the states, $1 will be cut. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Samira.
Morning.
Yeah, I'm Peter the Recast. I come under the street light in Lower Johnson.
Is the street light on this morning?
No, the light is now on. The pole and stay there since we're insured by we are.
Oh, because like we are put the pole there now, we are in power, so the street light are on. Yeah?
Absolutely, the light is now on. When the light is on, and that information will be disseminated. I am an outstanding member of the Concerned Liberian for Justice. Samira, you know, there's one thing that Bo Ali and the entire government fail to understand. There's a clear distinction between governance and party. When they were in opposition, they used what party to counter power. You can be in government, you want to use party. That is absolutely out of order. When you come to government, you have to work, govern, and deliver. Because governance is about what several deliverable. When you deliver, people will see it, they will feel the impact. How you can tell others something, 6% of the Liberian population have access to proper water, where even we cannot get plastic of water to drink. That's complete naivety on the part of Mo Ali and the entire government.
Okay, thank you.
These guys are going to be dislodged from power.
Thank you. The time is 2 minutes, climbing up to 8:45. At 8:45, we be able to bring in our guests live on the radio this morning. So let's take calls up to 8:45. Good morning. Morning.
Yes. Stephen Kaiser moving in from 12 Street with his finger.
Okay.
Look, Samara, you see the frustration within the quarters. That is why we are satisfied to bring back the lens of Dr. George Opomana. We are back to power. So that
George, we are in power. You people used to get water in that single there.
Samara, listen.
No, you need to answer my question. You need to listen to me. At the time George were in power, you people have constant water in single.
I cannot tell you that constant water was in single, but water was in there.
So nowadays, don't you have water in single?
Nowadays, Samara will have gone back to the well. We'll come back to the well.
To your political career, Saba.
The percentage the government is coming, is coming with, it's troublesome. The percentage is from the police. The police said there was the same death police in Africa. I mean, the same death in the world. Then, Ari is saying that he disobedient when he takes the same water to the public of Liberia. No, that is why Musa Bese, Glass, Musa Liberia, very sensitive. Call on this man to come
here. Thank you for making your points.
Water is $10.
Mommy, we're back. That's you. The people selling water for $5 a rubber.
Hello. Good morning.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I was on the line, but then due to network issue, I was a little bit cut off. Am I okay now, right?
You are perfectly fine.
Thank you. I was saying again, the name remain constant. Keep follow where. For the point of that water issue, we know from the beginning that Mo Ali was an error boy. Being an error boy, you are someone who can go and carry on some level of work and then say to frame it to be a good thing. That was the name I was given to him by ability from CPP grant, and we understand it is error boy activity. But criminally, you forget to know that any information I release, it will have a banner responsibility on the Liberian government. The Bureau embassy will take it, and those investors that want to come in Liberia will also check make whether it's true or not. At the end result will back up. That's why they forget to know. Hello?
You're live.
Thank you. So in that direction, by saying on the AI or internet to say this amount of people and this have water,
he lying. You do AI again.
With this kind of information they can just bring now. So he's lying.
Okay, so thank you so much for participating.
Let me conclude quickly to Dara Dillion.
Yes.
So Dara Dillion will know you from the beginning. You are the one that brought us in. That's him built it in Bay Boy again the last time that when you leave for power, they will gain 50%. But now no one gets attention. So he's coming on with us saying analysis again. They people learn, they're criminal from Bassa. He feel like can survive in our leg. But we're waiting for the 2029. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. A lot of you placing your calls. Radio is time, as I always say. So we will now take calls on some of the things that we talked about here this morning. It's about time that we hold all of your calls. And knowing that you people want to participate, but if we continue with the calls, we're not taking our guests. So we have to move forward because radio is time. So let's move forward this morning on Good Morning Liberia. Those of you just tuning in, this is Voice of Liberia 104.1. My name is Samira One Live. I'm here with Ben Belief, Tokpa, hoping that his internet gets stable. His internet keeps fluctuating. I hope that it gets stable so that we'll be able to have a great conversation here this morning. The cash giveaway is on. We're giving out 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. All you need to do in order to be eligible to play is to have 200 Liberian dollars on your phone. Once you have 200 Liberian dollars on your mobile account, you're automatically eligible to play the cash giveaway. Then you dial *799 *8#. You use the 200. I urge you that if you have, more than 200, you have 400, 600, 800, or $1,000, you use it. Play. Because the more you play, the more your chances of winning. Fellow Liberians, it's about time that we take in our guests. Like we said, we have 3 executives of the Falashe movement this morning on our broadcast. And we have Abdullah Kamara, who's the Secretary General. We also have the Press and Propaganda Chair, who is Legend Gibson. And we have this name this morning, give me a little hard time. I hope I got the pronunciation right. It's Kita Chris Teme. Yes, Kita Chris Teme. So he's the Vice Chair for Planning, Research, and Strategy. This morning, like we said, we will discuss the Falashe movement, and we will also talk about NIMBO, that is an independent movement that is supporting the re-election of Joseph Boakai, and we will dive deeper into other political issues. Let us welcome. We start up with the Secretary General, Abdullah Kamara. Good morning to you, Abdullah. Welcome.
Good morning, Sandra. It's a pleasure being on this platform for the first time. We want to convey our thanks and appreciation to this platform for affording us this time to come and speak to the people. And we want to encourage all of the listeners to kindly pay attention and listen to our conversations with our people into the Falashe operation and that's Nimbo upcoming official launch on Sunday. It's a pleasure being on the platform.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome, Gibson. Legend Gibson. Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Samira, and it's a privilege to be here. We, honor this invite. I've been following you for quite a long time now, and you're one of the females in Liberia that is doing extremely well when it comes to professionalism in the field of journalism. So we are honored to be here, and like the SG said, we are here to talk about Falashe movement and one of the biggest upcoming launch and political event that is about to take place on Sunday, May 24th.
Okay, I hope that I got your name correctly. Welcome.
Well, thank you. My name is Kitashi. Kitashi Galon. Yeah, that's
yeah.
So normally I say when there's a she, it means that I accept the name. So my name is Kitashi Galon Temin. Let me say good morning to all of the listeners out there. This is Falashe movement, a movement that is supporting a very powerful president, in president of Honorable Thomas Fala. We are here today to push and tell you who is he, what he stands for, and who's the kind of president he is in terms of action and not empty promises. If you are tired of these kinds of empty promises and there's a time for action, this is what we are here for, and we are members of the Falashe that are here to speak to you about him.
Okay. Ben, you have heard him. I have my colleague Ben. He's also here. So the both of us will go on with the question and all of that. But let us begin with this question as to what exactly is the Falasha movement and what inspired the creation of the Falasha movement.
Yeah, thank you so kindly, Samara. The Falasha movement is a mass-based political movement that was founded on the basis of passion, on the basis of putting country ahead of personal interest. So this movement, what necessitated the formation of this movement was due to the unjustifiable expulsion of Honorable Tomo Fala from his former party. So we supporters, admirers of Honorable Tomo Fala, and the thought it was to stand with him politically and push his political agenda because we believe that he has done a lot for this country. Looking at his political career from 2005 up to 2024 with the CDC, and he has been consistent, committed, and he has done a lot for the party. So we supporters thought it was to come under the umbrella of Falashem that 100% support his political endeavor to continue to stay with him, continue to propagate his good image, continue to preach his gospel to the Liberian people. So that necessitated the formation of the Falashem movement, and the movement cut across political affiliation, religious background. We are in the 15 political subdivision of our country. The movement was founded and launched in Lofa County. The movement came to being on December 11, 2024, on that fateful day when God expelled.
But the Falasha movement have been around for quite some time.
Yeah.
I was expecting to year 2025.
No, it got expelled from CDC 2024. Yeah,
Okay.
December
after the
11.
expulsion
Immediately on that fateful day, we thought to establish this movement to support him.
So what pushed the supporters of Fala is the expulsion from CDC?
So so not only that, yes, that is the primary reason that actually necessitated.
So if he could have been with the CDC, you people couldn't have formed the Falasha movement?
Yeah, so we have other auxiliaries who other auxiliaries supporting Tifa, but that nomenclature under the banner of Falasha movement was founded on the basis of his expulsion from the CDC. Yeah, so
wow.
Yeah, so we stand with him 100%. We also celebrate him for putting the country ahead of political interest because the government needed to function. He did the right thing, and we remain unapologetic of his things. We enjoy his confidence. We enjoy his leadership. To be a representative from 2025 to present, it has to be a man like Tifa. That is why he's referred to as doyen of legislative politics.
So you think that what the CDC did at the time was wrong, that he did not deserve what they did to him?
Yeah, so basically, Sambira, our conversation, we don't actually want a conversation. I promise
that you brought that up. So it's okay. We want to get a clear picture. It will make this as clear as you can.
So based on your question, you ask what necessitated the formation of the Falasha movement. And I did tell you that based on your expulsion, unjustifiable expulsion from CDC, it was not justifiable up to now from some executive whatever. How can you expect somebody from the party without giving a due process? That's a serious contradiction in administration. You're not giving a due process, no investigation, nothing. So our focus now is our current political, endeavor that we are in. And we support Tifa 100%, like I said. Not only us, but there are a lot of people, independent people from different political parties who are members of Falasha movement because they believe in Tifa and working, they believe in a leadership style, and they believe that he always put the country ahead of personal interest or political identity. So I have a lot of people from different political parties. It will surprise you to know that this movement has USA chapter, Europe chapter, Australia. So it's a mass-based political party that is that imply the participatory leadership method, everything that you see us doing in terms of mobilization, recruitment, media orange, is from us. So this movement is owned by the people. We sponsor this movement, we empower this movement in all capacity, and the movement comprises of professionals. As for me, I'm a professional social worker, and comrades here are from other fields as well. So we kind of buttress the government effort. We support President Joseph Imambaga developmental agenda. Now only credit because the only role of opposition in Liberia is to criticize, and oppose at all time, but they don't propose nothing on the table. We need to gravitate from this kind of thinkings. If you go in other country, opposition, oppose and propose at the same time. You don't have to get a state power before you come there for the citizens. You don't have to be elected before you empower the citizens.
So approximately how many persons are part of the Palestinian movement?
So based on the database, we have approximately 10,000 members of the Palestinian movement. 10,000 members. So after Nemo's official launch on Sunday, we'll start our county, outreach, to strengthen our leadership structure in other counties and to do more recruitment mobilization.
Okay, Ben, you want to come in before I go ahead with my next question?
Yeah, thank you. Two questions. You talk about opposition, opposing, and proposing. There are records on countless occasions where the opposition community have engaged the government on critical national issues and told the regime that you have to respect the rule of law. It's your responsibility to provide job and justice. And the government response to the opposition was harsh police brutality, where we saw a young woman from the Student Unification Party who was stripped half naked. We also saw other instances where a woman was stripped naked in Congo Town around the Colonial Graduate School, when those same citizens from oppositional background, some are not even party affiliates, spoke to government about the hardship in the country. So that is my own question with regards to your statement on opposition oppose and propose. The opposition have criticized the government issues and they have asked for basic things to be done to improve the country. Has the government taken actions on them? How can you justify the government use of force against protesters who have come to express to the government what is wrong, what they want to be corrected? And what can you also say about allies of the government who have raised strong issues about governance missteps, government and administrative ineptitude that have not been corrected but met with stiff resistance? Allies of the UP regime. I want to speak about George B. Calando, who recently spoke. We also want to speak about other internal issues, but for now, we'll limit it to Kailondo, one of Bwaka closest allies. So then it's
and also, he's going to ask the question, also stick to the movement for now, and they will move into other national issues.
Yeah. So, Ben, I listened to
address that. Then I have one question for Thomas Fala. So I don't know if you want me to give you the two questions. Just go ahead.
So okay. I think I don't know how the conversation is being arranged because we have time for questions and answer. We just want to dive into our purpose of being here. Ben, it is often said, ones who preach equity should come with clean hand. You talk about stripping protesters here and there. Ben, sorry for your last name, Toba, when you were serving as chairman for the CDC COP. And you are on record today, one of our comrades from Universal Agro from Sulu. Sulu, you gave that order. So Ben, let's forget about that.
You are an intellectual. This is the reason why I asked the question. So we aren't forgetting about that. Basically, I come in now. We're having a conversation. I like the conversation. It is not.
Can you give us time to address?
No, listen. It is not a debate. No, but you come here. No, listen now. When you come to Voice of Liberia, no, you have to listen to us. When you come here, when you come to the radio station, listen, Chief, bossman.
You ask question.
When we ask you question, Then you listen to the question, right? So that we're having
Yeah, and we
conversation
answer the
here. No
question.
personal. There's nothing
Yeah, but
personal.
we answering the question. We answering the
Yeah.
question that you. So can you be allowed to answer the question, please?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah, like I was saying, Ben, we saw that brutality, being orchestrated by you and the former defeated General in Division Number 8, Carlos Gray. And also, we are not here to do that comparative, analysis when it comes to, brutality in the past regime. Like I said, we are not here to compare and contrast. We are here to speak about the Falasian movement and Nimbo program on Sunday. So when you compare when you look at current rule of law in the country, you come to realization that everything is not rosy. Ben, I'm not saying everything is 100%. There are some challenges which, of course, the government is working on, but then rule of law is actually being taken very seriously. People are being held accountable for their stewardship in the past government, even in the present government. And also, asset declaration or significant portion of the government officials are declared as asset. That this was not done in the past. So I don't want to go into past and what have you. So the
No, but
government is doing. So
basically,
let me just come
you. I
into.
don't think maybe some of your colleagues. No.
We
Okay.
are
I think the brother here in the green coat want to answer the question. Let me repeat my question. Listen, when people are coming,
Please wait. I just
I ask a question. You have not answered,
Yeah,
my brother.
Kitashi.
Listen, we are having an intellectual exchange, and you have not answered the question. So your colleague should come in. I asked a specific question. There have been police brutality. The King George going.
Then your point is about the rule of law, right? And your
I'm
question is about
speaking.
the rule of law.
I'm not. No.
Your
I
question is
narrowed
about the
down.
rule of
No.
law,
Excuse
which is
me. I narrowed
already.
down my issue. No, my issue is narrowed down on
You
specificity.
have to be the guest now.
No, you are going up. No, listen now, my
Then
man.
want another
You
debate
you
or
are representing a movement, and a question has been asked. You cannot shy away from the question.
right? Then we are 3 years. So Kitashi
No,
wants to answer.
we are not discussing rule of law. We are not discussing rule of law, brother. The question is this. I said,
Man, when you're
you
talking
talk
about
about
police
the
brutality, then
opposition community. Yeah, you talk about, let's make the issue specific, my brother. You talk about the opposition posture to oppose and to propose. You said an opposition point. And I spoke specifically to the police. I'm very clear. I said the opposition have come out to protest on different occasions. And in most instances, not just opposition alone. The King George issue in Grand Cape County, police brutality, people were shot and killed. I went to protesters. What are you like or not, my brother? We all here are one way or the other stakeholders in the country. You are leaders here. I'm discussing a situation where people came out to protest of recent, and we saw a lady. We saw the police using force
yeah.
and brutality on those citizens. And the opposition condemned and criticized it. What has been the government posture?
So overall, Ben, I think if you summarize what you are saying, you are limiting this competition to the rule of law. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So given that, like someone said just now, that we don't want to compare here because we are here for a specific point, pushing the argument of Falashin. Henceforth, in terms of the rule of law aspect comparing, if you want to compare the back then government and of the current government, let's just look at the most recent case. Maybe that could be a very difficult thing to happen. The back government could not even allow a key figure to be or clear of all of the charges or all of the counts. I think you know the name I'm talking about. So let us not dive into that kind of argument, right? Ben, this government have tried or is trying and is doing their best in terms of the rule of law. Maybe let me count one. I work with the MCSS, right? What I say as a teacher. I think you are aware of the situation there. My superintendent or former superintendent was being removed because of what? Corruption, right? Let's go back to some of the entities you know about. That was not happening. You are aware of that. That was not happening. But now these things are happening. So in terms of the rule of law, I think you want to grade this government some level as compared to the past government. Like I mentioned, the most recent case. Okay, so let me just mention in the Summer Toy case. Then government would not even allow for a key figure to be clear of all of those charges. But you saw it now. And I think we all celebrated, including you, Ben. There was even teachers printers, right? Printed where Samuel Tour and the rest of the other folks is celebrated. It tells you that this government is a government that is organized and is ready to listen to the rule of law. So Ben, I think I try my best to answer you. If you don't like that, again, I'm not answering for your
Okay.
self-defense.
Thank
I think
you.
I'm for the
Thank
public
you.
to understand
The
that
follow-up
that
question. Now I can ask my follow-up question. Thank
please
you.
do.
My follow-up question is, why was Fala expelled from the CDC?
Why was Fala
No reason. No reason. That's the simple question. The answer. Simple answer is no reason.
If you ask me
Fala,
and I want to answer, I will just tell you that there was no reason. And besides, maybe he wanted to, maybe few people wanted him to be country. He said, no, no, no. I think I stand for Liberia. And Liberia is what I think I want. It's not about a specific political party, but it's about the Republic of Liberia. So if you ask that question, I think the overall is that there was no reason, and he stood his ground to say, this is Liberia. This is what I stand for.
young people were victims of Fala electoral process in Lofa who got stoned and killed. The likes of Momo Tamatilo and others. And they've seen people who call Fala criminals. They've seen people who killed people, supporters of Fala, are the one Fala is hiding with today. Does that show respect for the lives of those young people who were killed in Lofa, especially Momo Taylor? The murderers of Momo Taylor are today, you are whining and dining with them. Your political leader Fala. What do you have to say to that?
That's
it.
The next question will be, we have a lot of time. This is our time, right? I can even carry the interview to 10:30. You let me know, but it's our time, okay? So we have a lot of time. To
Yeah,
ask
Ben,
all
don't rush.
the
Don't rush
questions that
everything.
we'll ask to these people. But now, what problem in Liberia is your movement trying to solve, right? The Balashem movement.
Yeah.
What problem the Balashem movement is trying to solve? And also, there are critics who will say that this is just another political pressure group because there have been a lot of political pressure groups. And we all have seen as to how they have gone down the line. So what would be a response to people who will say that, or you respond to people who will say that because it's just another, political pressure. But also, what exactly is the problem that your political group is trying to solve, or your movement is trying to solve?
Okay, Samira. The first thing is the individual that is carrying the nomenclature of Fala Shen. Thomas Panka Fala is one of the very reputable, iconic, and integral politician in Liberia that have proven over the years, over the 20 plus years, that he means well for this country. When it comes to development, when it comes to human capacity building, when it comes to love of country, patriotism, we will recommend, and everyone around and in Liberia will tell you that Honorable Fala is not an individual who will want to pocket money for himself, who will want to enrich himself.
Okay.
Listen, Honorable Fala, the first thing that drew some of us to the name Fala is the point that he is very developmental oriented. If you look at district number 5, before even district number 5, he was district number 7, represented district number 7, 2005. There are a lot of development that went on in that district. Some of you will not even know that it was through the leadership and the oversight responsibility of Thomas Panka Fala that district number 7 then Nizo got a first quota from Nizo to Puebla. Roads were being opened. You have alleys that were being opened in district number 7. We have the proposed high school that is now in district number 2, right? And that high school currently, when it is completed, it will benefit not district number 5 that he once served, but it will benefit district number 7. And he came to district number 5. If you look at 72nd, just look at the time 72nd. Some of us were in 72nd. We saw how deplorable that particular road was from 72nd Junction to Boulevard. No one used to plot that road by 6 o'clock because it was terrible. Through the leadership and the oversight responsibility of Honorable Thomas Pangafala, under the leadership of Madam Salif, that particular road was being constructed. You have the road that is leading to the police academy, right? That road that leads to the police academy from the Boulevard, the SKD Boulevard road. That road was being constructed under the leadership of Thomas Pangafala. You have Fala having, if you don't know, he had one of the huge number of scholarship in this country, both in and out, international and local. So this is where I'm coming to, right? So with all of this development, with all of these contribution to national development, it drove us, and they have driven us to him. And now our aim and objective as a movement is to help his agenda, his developmental agenda. Now he's in Lofa, district number 1. If you enter district Lofa, since Onofala entered Lofa County, Foya, to be precise, Foya district, there have been a lot of transformation. Foya right now, you can't even plant the tree of Foya and find doors on you, or you walking in mud. Before Fala went there, that it wasn't so. But today that development is there because Onofala went there. So this is a figure that is developmental oriented, and he drove us. And because of that, we are on path to help support his developmental agenda. That's our clear goal, to support his developmental agenda.
Your movement agenda is to,
is to amend his developmental agenda.
So whatever Thomas Fala wants, he gets from you.
Yes. Yes. And we believe that he the first thing is that, Samira, this is a man that.
So this is a movement. But whatever Thomas Fala wants, he gets from your movement. So
let me answer your question. I think he did. And let me just emphasize. Your question was, what do we aim to achieve? What do we aim to achieve, right? I think firstly, I always tell people, I am not here to convince you to be a part of the Falashin. I'm here to tell you the truth about who this man is. This man is not a person of promises. He's a person of action. So I always say there is a choice. It's either you listen to those who will come in 2027 to say, yeah, arrest, bag of rice, get some cash and vote for me, or choose to be part of somebody who you already see an action by that person, and he's doing his best to prove to you that I'm not here for the numbers or the vote. I'm here because I'm here for reality. Let's look at some of the track records of Onofala in terms of education. Going District 5, scholarship when he was there, then in District 5 in Moserado County. I had the opportunity to serve as youth chairman for Focal Mission Committee, so I'm a first-hand information. I'm not speaking because I say that's what they said. No, I'm saying that is what I know. In terms of scholarship, there are so many scholarships District 5 benefited from, because I was serving as youth chairman then, and so my colleagues in Focal Mission from the scholarship initiative, they benefited. Let's go to in terms of development. This is somebody who is very developmental oriented. Again, I want to stick to Focal Mission. Our road then.
Focal Mission is a government institution.
No, Focal Mission Community.
It's a community.
The school is called Painesville Community Academy. PCA Community School. But Focal Mission is a community. When I was serving the community
school
in this number 5.
The Focal Mission School, because the Focal Mission School is where you have from senior high up.
So the reference name is not Focal Mission School. The reference name is the Painesville Community School. That's the real name there. But the Painesville Community School is within the Focal Mission community. And the Focal Mission community is within District 5. So in terms of development, this is Fala. There's Fala who says when I would do, who say when I would do, definitely he does that. He's not somebody who, when he said, there are some politicians who are very good at saying the best. And Fala is not that kind of person. So in terms of unification, let's look at the Lofa County. I don't know if you're aware, Fala have united that county. Then you have the chief having separate arguments among themselves. Oh, Father, went there, go there now. You have the kind of
The statement we're talking about.
We're talking about since 2024, right? He got elected in local county just, I think, what, 2 years ago. So there's somebody who has a picture, apart from the local county unification. Let's look at sport. Are you also aware that in terms of unifying the county through sport, I think you listen to a music by Kobas and some of the guys for local county. Father Name was mentioning that music, I think, no local county. Some of the music.
It was being sponsored by him.
Yes, it was also sponsored by him.
To move forward, I'm going to ask this question, and then I'll let my colleague to come in with the discussion. For now, we're sticking with the movement conversation.
Please,
maybe by naturally, so moving on, we will move into national conversation.
Yeah.
But now we stick with the movement, the partnership.
Yeah.
Specifically, our question will be around partnership
Yeah.
movement. We'll move on to Nemo and national issues later. Now, what lesson has your movement learned from previous political movements in the country?
Yeah, so the lesson that we have learned, if you can recall, I told you there's a participatory leadership, mass-based political movement that respect the view of everyone. The movement is all by the people. They themselves make the decision. They contribute towards the movement, modus operandi, and other activities. So in Falashem movement, we believe in capacity building. Other political movements are not doing that. In the Falashem movement, our source of support and income is from the movement itself. Other movements' sort of account is from their political leader. Our movement contribute towards government effort in terms of promoting good image of government, in terms of promoting government developmental agendas. Other movement don't do that. Our movement is very objective. And, everything is not one say it or we propose to government. We are technocrat, we are professionals, like I told you. And we propose to government. Other movement, and there's nothing like proposing to government in terms of developmental initiative and legal advices. We have counselors in our movement, we have legal luminaries, we have professionals. So this movement cut across political affiliation. This movement has a lot of brains that contribute to national development. So looking at past movement, you'll see that the entire movement operation only start when political season coming around. But the movement was founded on the principle. This movement was founded on the payroll to support the political agenda of TIFA. We did not wait until 2028 or 2027 before we start reaching the Liberian pool, before we start empowering the young people, before we start linking people to opportunities, offering scholarship, building capacity for our followers, because you don't have to get a state power before you help your government or the citizen whom you claim to govern. So that makes this movement different from other political movements. Our strength lies in grassroots support. Our strength lies in participatory leadership. When in edition number 2 the other day, we had a successful meeting where we had over 200 persons who attended our meeting. And, as we galvanize our bases, reactivate our bases, for Nemo's official launch come Sunday.
Okay, then you want to come in with your question? Let's pick to the movement issue. We'll move on to Nemo and other national issues.
Yeah, basically, I have two questions, and I'll just ask the two questions and the guest reply. In his recent statement, there was contradiction. Our guest firstly said what moved the establishment of their team is the expulsion of Fala from the CDC. When they were laying the basis, that was informed the decision to establish the movement. So on one end, you've said to the Liberian people on the biggest platform this morning that Fala expulsion led you to organize the movement. And then you summon us again and tell us that you are led because you want to work before his election. But anyway, many Liberians listening to the show today know that most of the things that are happening in the party, the former CDC representative now, Falashin or Nimo, is also preparing for elections. He have held a microphone and said on different occasions calling for Bouaka re-election. So automatically, if the man you are promoting on this platform is campaigning already, so he's not. So that clearly indicates his public statement shows that uh, he's already campaigning. He's not working outside of campaign. He's talking the campaign already in his movements. So we want you to balance the two things because we sense contradiction. Then the second question now is we follow Falah's migration to Lofa. We all followed. For the sake of the record, sometimes we let the disco to be clean. We did not see Falah going alone. We saw sons and daughters of Lofa County from the CDC who returned, and one of the permanent person on our team is the current Secretary General of the CDC, Jefferson Tamakoji, and Janga Augusto Cole and other sons and daughters of Lofa were heavily involved. Even Fina Bono and other people were involved with their contributions, and Fala was given the privilege to contest in District 9. Kochi did not have interest in being representative there. Fina, no. Not even Molu. So Fala, since Fala represented in District number 5, Fala had chance now to run in District number 1. And in the process, I visited Lofa on different occasions. And to our almost surprise, and I think you here in the studio too, decent gentlemen, we also saw a young man called Momo Taylor and other supporters of Fala from the CDC angle, especially Momo Tama Taylor, who was murdered at the instruction of supporters from the Unity Party, precisely a protege of Joseph Yuma Boakai, Francis Yumale. And in that tense political battle in your district in Lofa County, we did not hear a single statement from Joseph Boakai speaking to condemn the situation. Like the way past leaders would normally mount the podium to condemn the situation. We did not see any statement of such from Joseph Boakai. We did not listen to any statement from Francis Yumale and all of that. And now Fala being on the table as a close confidant of Joseph Yuma Boakai and as young people with your personal consciences, as family people, where is the empathy of Fala? Supporters of yours is murdered today. No statement from the architect or the leaders of that movement today. You are one with them. Can you tell us the empathy? How does that align with empathy and also the previous ones? The librarian
Yeah,
probably interested in knowing that, in knowing more about that.
yeah. Thank you, Ben. First of all, there was no contradiction when we said the Falashia movement was funded on the basis of Tifa expulsion from CDC.
Illegal.
And Samira asked a question: what make this movement different from other political movement? So I lay the basis. I talk about participatory leadership. People are involved in decision making process. Who sponsor the movement or operations, so they take charge of the movement. The movement is not, or singly sponsored or supported by TIPA. We take ownership of this movement, right? As compared to other movements. I also told you that other political movement will wait 21 years to electoral process. They will come out, but we were funded 2024. Julia Mare know how many years to election. So I just want to provide clarity to that statement that you said. In election or electoral violence is something that we all condemn, and I think the current president Jose Mambaka, Francis Yuma, all of them condemn the act that happened in Lofa County, and Tifa being a peaceful man also condemn the act. They work with locust Infoya to resolve the situation, and government by then take charge of the matter. Government by then, CDC was in power by then, and they took charge of the matter. And when elections are over, in order for us to proceed, we have to reconcile, Ben. That is why you see country moving forward. But if we don't reconcile, don't heal our wounds, will we go forward? No. So are you telling me because of the situation that happened in Lofa County, the country shouldn't move forward, or Tifa should continue to hold the county or the country or the district at hostage because of what happened? No, we have to move on. That is maturity in politics. The country has to move on. We regret the situation, and the family of our late brother is taken care of. Everything was done to serving your justice. Like I said, the past government was in charge of that matter. Okay, Tifa is somebody who stands by his people, who supports his partisans. So it's not somebody who will just leave you along the way. You know the record of Tifa Ben. You work with the man before you supported the man. You understand? So we have to do away with the CDC feelings.
No, let's follow up. Can you share with Voice of
when that time
Liberia a
comes,
copy of the
then when that
record
time
of what
comes,
Baka
we'll have
condemned
a
the situation?
conversation. But for now, our focus remains to support Tifa political agenda, to support President Joseph Human Baka developmental agenda 100%. So when that 2029 time comes, 2020, like Rainbow, these are comrades. So yeah, they will play that politics after Uganda.
Can you please share with Voice of Liberia the statement, the record of the condemnation Baka made? Let me repeat. There was no condemnation made by Joseph Baka on the Lofa situation when Momo Taylor was killed as a result of the supporters of Unity Party. Can you share any copy of Baka's statement or Humanist statement condemning the violence? Any public record from Joseph Baka? Can you share with Voice of Liberia?
The first thing is that you listen to the president then, the vice president then, he was the vice president. When he went there, he said, I don't see CDC or Unity Party. I see a one FOIA, a one LOFA. That alone tells that what you did, is not based on party or whatever. It was wrong. It was totally out of order. You cannot do this to your brother because of politics. But
the Baka say that. The Baka
yes,
say that.
Yes. My brother,
I'm
telling you something serious. Unless you are telling me that you don't follow politics. Maybe you don't listen to the president.
Religiously, brothers. Listen now, you can defend Fala, but to come and say that Joseph Baka offered apologies on the situation. It never happened on no record. Baka went to Lofa. Baka was interviewed by the journalist, and Baka dodged the entire situation in the death of Momo Taylor. And Baka continued with his campaign process. Yeah, that's not happening in Leicester Congress. But so the fallacy, deception, to defend even the evil Baka committed and the judge you have to remember. Yeah,
This platform, and it's okay that whenever we're giving our information,
no record on that,
concise, and come with facts. You're saying that it is true.
During the time of the campaign.
The
campaign, when that particular thing happened, I was in Lofa.
Okay. Right? Who said it?
I said
who condemned it?
The vice president.
It was the vice president that condemned it.
The vice president went on the field, and in his campaign, one of his campaign messages, I think it was the second term, he said, this is, we have only one FOIA, one LOFA. We don't have CDC. We don't have Unity Party. So that alone is a condemnation, right? That alone is a condemnation to tell you that. It's a condemnation, brother.
Let me tell you something. A responsible leader will address the death. It never happened. But Joseph Baka is a weak anti-Fala will do that kind of thing, man. Fala will not do that kind of thing.
Joseph Baka. And maybe you are discussing
that was bad, but man. A young man got killed. And Baka refused to acknowledge that Baka was defended. That was wicked, man.
We are speaking to a Pacific. Moving on. Your question was more precise. You asked about contradiction. I think the SG addressed that. Your next question is about a leader condemning the situation in Lofa County. Someone just mentioned that. Maybe you want to hear that it was being said by Fala, it was being said by or Joseph Boyka. Are those names that you want to hear first before you really believe that a leader spoke? Right? Someone just mentioned and told you just now that
it was being
condemned. Yeah, so basically for us to make progress, all of the leaders, even Alexander Gomez condemned the situation in Lofa County.
Not Alexander Gomez. It is the party person that killed the
I'm just giving you a reference. Every major political actor condemned that Lofa County scenario. Okay, Ben, your question would be what the past government, because it happened in the past government. What the past government did?
And you ask questions, you wait the yes answer, you give a rebuttal. That's how it is now.
Is supposed to Opala and his edition were killed, and Joseph Human Boaka, who were running for president, did not say anything in condemning it.
So, let me be able to move forward to the time it's turning 1 minute. This is an interesting conversation. That's the beauty of politics. I always say this. I always say that whenever you get to the radio, do not be afraid of the radio. You know, you interact, you have a conversation.
Like, dang, it's more personal this morning.
No, the thing I always expect these things, you know.
Yeah, I always say that. So, my question goes to the person, propaganda chair. Whenever a person hears the word propaganda, right? At times sounds controversial, right? People will be like, "Oh, they're a propaganda person." But how do you deal with misinformation? And in these modern days, politics and also social media critics, how you deal with them? Misinformation, whatever, how do you handle it? And also social media critics, because money you are the person, propaganda person.
Thank you, Samira, for that question. The first thing is that from the angle of the fellowship movement, we believe in criticism. We accept criticism, be it positive or negative, for our side. But there are ways we deal with them, and that particular way is being learned from our leader, Honorable Thomas Pangafala. Honorable Fala is not that kind that will come on the radio and denigrate people and say all sorts of things, because he's not in support of you or he's not with you. Honorable Fala is very objective. He's a fast thinker, and he acts slowly but very impactful. And some of us over the years, we have learned that from him. That's the reason we are very concerned of the fact that this is not electionary time. When the politics come, like the AG said, we will preach the politics. But for now, we are talking about development. That's our that's our aim, that's our goal, and that's what we are focusing on. We are focusing on the development of our leader and who he support, right? The deputy speaker on Ofala support this government. He support the leadership of President Boaka, and that for which we support. So when critics are coming, talking, and all we do is work. We believe in work. Do the working, and then when the election time comes, you do the campaign.
Thank you. Thomas Fala supports President Boaka. Where it gets into the point of nimble and national politics. And I have to tell you, this is a point I'm really going to enjoy, right? I'm really going to enjoy it. Now, moving on to nimble, this is a movement that supports the President Boaka, and there's an opening ceremony that is to take place the 24th of this month.
Yes, Sunday.
So, as Palashins, how do you feel? Like, looking at Thomas Fala, this is a man that has been dedicated to CDC. We gave it to him. He's a person that when he says he supports this person, he stands by his word. Over the time, he had been with the CDC. And before his expulsion, he did not go back and forth with the CDC or have any issue. The expulsion came with this speaker thing and all of that.
Surprise, unlawfully.
We witnessed, right? But as you said, that CDC made fun. As well as there are many people out there that really like the ticket, but the CDC made fun.
And he made them as well.
Say all the radio now. There's no one that is bigger than
You are in error. CDC, yes, Fala cannot make CDC. CDC made Fala. Listen to the woman information.
Liberia is your right to affiliate with whatever political party you want to. That's your constitutional right. Nobody holds you accountable for that. But at one time, people hold loyalty. But I have been loyal. Let's look at the Hillary Costa situation. Hillary Costa have been flip-flopping. At the end of the day, he lost relevance by having loyal to the CDC. I always say that the two biggest political parties like Liberia, CDC, and Liberia, like your thing. All the other people, Japan, lines.
Happy
They will do a line for CDC and Liberia, two biggest parties in the country. So this is it.
fun I'm doing with the CDC. To know the CDC against the blood, put up crap since he has the crap. The election this one time, it went that way. You nobody else asked the crap because these are the Congo boys. I always refer to them as the Congo boys. Now, see Thomas Farah, a culture boy, he left the CDC and started to work with the Unity Party. And I would say this, right? I'm trying to navigate my way to this question. I would say this. Thomas Farah working with the Unity Party is not something that maybe he had an intention to do, but probably the party less than Farah is the administrator. Whatever that will occur and blah blah blah, but I have a role to play. And CDC go on and spell it. I sat on this radio and told the Liberian people that CDC shouldn't have expelled people like that, and by being able to play the CDC politics in the House, because he's the deputy speaker. That was my analysis. I'll be very clear with it. But now, Farah is rolling with the Unity Party. You as a movement, do you think that the Unity Party trust Thomas Farah wholeheartedly, knowing that he's someone from the CDC? And how do you term Farah's unity of the Unity Party to be? Do you think that is a betrayal to the CDC? Because now CDC has told you, but you had a chance to go back and say, oh, let's be able to settle whatever, and blah, 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 knowing that CDC made Farah.
Yeah, so Samira, the issue of who made who.
No,
everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody. So everybody contributed. There are a lot of people who CDC made. They never gave part to CDC as compared to TIFA. So when it comes to politics dynamics, today you see a lot of people from.
And I love this question. What happens if
yeah, so that's a different conversation.
So,
yeah, when I say a different conversation. Yeah, so we remedy again.
So we're just that.
Samira, Tifa is an independent politician currently.
But you supporting
supporting somebody doesn't make you a partisan of that person.
Tifa
support Joseph Human.
All go to school in minute. I get like Uja Kasera on the radio the body. Independent invest body Joseph Waga maybe independent.
So the movement, that is what I'm telling you.
That's an independent movement.
So,
no, it's not part of a party.
You are not independent. You are aligned.
Or united partisan, you can support that individual. Why they not getting reaction or they are not solution? The deputy speaker support President Baka. That is why he even funded the National Independent Movement for Baka. That National Independent Movement for Baka support President Baka.
For Josh Weah.
I come in now.
He was with Weah, so I think we have to go.
You gotta change that name. That independent. You gotta change that name.
You already expect somebody from your party. Come on, why can't move on now? You see how long you in my party? They make us come. They make independent. They still worrying on the man. Then that kind of tell you that.
They must say she won't be there. I'm going to be out there.
So the issue is, Samira, Tifa is a committed and consistent political man. He has no history of inconsistency. Since he just
Yes, you know that, Ben.
What is the consistency?
You know, I need to be consistent.
Then you come in. You have the chance, Ben.
The consistency is from the day he joined CDC became a representative from 2000 up to the time that the party expelling Ben. Tifa has always been committed and loyal to CDC.
For you, from toe to toe.
So after the expulsion, Ben, it is necessary now to move on. So the main is
you say you want
independent, like he's saying support the president. He's not even parliament, CDC, he's part of ANC, but he's an independent man. So when it comes to trust, because you talk about trust, why you need party, Tifa, is somebody based on a past record. you yourself, Samira, you just see.
But the thing, this is a contradiction.
Yeah. So, Samara, let me answer the question. Let me answer the question. Yeah, let me answer the question asked, right? The SG did great just then. Let me just add to it. To tell you that this man is someone who is loyal, he doesn't sit at the back. He shows his face. All the politicians, what they normally do is that for the fact that they are not loyal, they are not committed, they are not that focused or perceiving present, what they normally do is that sit at the back and just support. But this man is not someone sitting at the back. He saw it during the CDC time. This man spent 18 good years with CDC. 18. Let me just say 18 plus, big because maybe before 2025, right? So 18 plus years with the CDC. And
this is my contradiction. Now, Thomas Wallace, the download to Unity Party. There's a video wherein you saw President Thomas Wallace telling Thomas Wallace that he's a consistent man. When it comes to consistency, I'm a journalist. I speak the truth.
That's it.
Thomas Wallace is a consistent.
Thank you, Zamir.
No, that part they really him.
Yeah.
But the same person that has been referred to as T5 is the person that will be the darling boy in the Unity Party government. Let's talk about the Yaga Palpa.
These things are big.
Yaga insulted the past president. Now, Yaga Palpa was being removed unlawfully after that. But now Thomas Wallace is the darling boy. What do you think Thomas Wallace's future is? Not you.
So, Samira, in politics, you expect these kind of exchanges. It is a line politics. If you follow the mayor race or socially democrat by the name of Zura Madani, and the entire elite, powerful people, even the U.S. President Donald Trump, everybody was trying busy. According to them, he's a jihadist, radical leftist. Bring people in the country, businesses will bleed, New York, the economy will collapse, nobody should vote him, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? When Zura Madani beat all of those oaths, he was invited to the White House by Donald Trump, who said all those things that he's in. And in our meeting, Donald Trump told the world that Zua Madani should be trusted, and New York is on the record candidate. I'm just giving an instance, right? So this kind of statements, and both say, because they have different political view about you, propaganda, but it doesn't, define who you are. And most often, you see people making political statements. At the end of the day, you see them on other occasions, they're laughing. So Tifa has never been convicted of any corruption before he entire 20 years of political career in this country. He has never been convicted.
For reference,
smartness now. There are other people who are smart as well, but then they were convicted or indicted. But Tifa, 20 years.
He knows how to play his game.
Samura.
In fact, that is clear.
You're still ordered that whole will be clear. You're still ordered that whole will be clear.
So that also clear the fact that Tifa has been a man of integrity, man of honesty. He has much spent over 20 plus years in public service. He has not been convicted or indicted of any corruption. That's actually the character that we're supporting.
Okay, I'm not only Ben. Teammates, you want to come in?
Yeah. So basically, there was this information when the former speaker was calling for the order of the house. We saw Fala quickly change the school there. That is school in 72nd. That school in 72nd where he be a private school. He changed the knee quick, my man. You tell the school from Tifa University, you change the knee again. When the debate came about the resources from the budget that were going to that school, my man, how you change the school knee like that? Quite.
Is that been saying it or it is fact?
I said, why you change the school knee from the Thomas Fala school? Why you change the school knee?
The issue, Tifa, like I told you, and you continue to contradict the discussion. This man has not been convicted in that before, right?
I did not say you were convicted. I said, why you changing the school name?
So the school name was changed for, I think the administration will be the best person to ask that question to, right? But you can change school name at any time. It has nothing to do with
tell your name, my man. You can change your name.
Are you aware, Ben, that people go to court and change their names?
I'm aware of that. Is anybody but right to change their name? But I'm discussing. There was this news. Okay, can you provide clarity on this? There was this news that Fala appropriated money in the national budget that went to the T5 university at the time. And that information. But come here, let me have a conversation. Now we're having conversation. And that information went to the public. It became a national concern, and there was some justification. Okay, yeah, but the school for the men, but the school in the district, and those are debates. And once you come here now, then we have the opportunity to ask you so the Liberian people can be aware of the happening. And so there are two. No, brother, I come in at two questions. We know we're lecturing now, we're having conversation. So let's get this one. So apart from the school issue, there was information that money were allocated to the Thomas Fala University. They don't always saw the university need change quickly. After that issue, the Supreme Court had a ruling in the Capitol building issue, the speakership saga. We saw Fala, he left for Richard Kuhn right hand, or the other time said the man as speaker when the Supreme Court ruled later on again, we saw him leaving on Richard Kuhn left hand up. And Fala being a doyen of the legislature. What kind of thing your boss man for that day? So he left for the man right hand or the other time say the man as speaker, Supreme Court came and said I want not there. You go back again, put the man other hand up. Is that how they do it? They get believe in the Capitol building?
You don't have a question. You don't have a point.
Mama, I need your response, brother.
Yeah, Ben, the issue here, then I can publicly say on this public platform that you are a strong supporter of Tifa.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I understand.
We welcome you.
You just made an allegation. Are you a supporter of Tifa?
Strong supporter of Tifa.
I am a supporter. I am a supporter of His Excellency President George Manning. We are a card-carrying bona fide member of the mass-based coalition for democratic change. Well, my membership in the Congress Democratic change.
Yeah, the thing about it, Samira, you don't have to be an independent person before supporting Fala, right? You can be from the CDC, you can be from the Unity Party. So the mayor is no, they're supporting Tifa.
No, we expel Fala. Fala is expelled. Fala is an expelled politician.
Yeah, but you support him. But you support him.
No, when you are expelled, we have no business with you. When you are expelled, we have no business with you.
Yeah, Ben, I'm glad you said allegation, and these allegations, have no iota of truth.
No, why did Fala swear? Why did Fala swear in Richard Kun 2 times?
Yeah,
2 times.
Yeah, I don't think it's a crime. I don't think it's a crime for somebody to do that, right? Matter of fact, that's why the best referred to as the longest serving representative in the history of Liberia.
Exactly. Political.
They take that to know how to put a Tifa. So when talking to the drawing, you gotta
be careful, man.
So I said they doing put the man left hand, right hand up. Why they doing put the man 2 hand up? Richard Kun, the other time they put the right hand up, the other time the left hand up.
Until proven
to indicate that Honorable Richard Kun enjoy the confidence of the majority. That is the
now they put 2 hand up.
Yeah,
you got to put the 2 hand up. You got when they put one, you're not
the hands are up.
So man, that's another discussion. When you see Sunday,
that's the real question.
Yeah, Ben, hope you be there on Sunday.
Ben, ask the real question.
Then we'll ask questions later. But at the time that we go to the phone lines, we have 8 minutes coming up to 10 o'clock. Maybe at 10:30 we'll call it a day because there are Liberians who wanted to ask you live questions. It's important. They have started calling. I know this is Edmond card. It's important that we give them the time. Edmond card, you go to hold your calls and you're going to call the number out before I take you. 0773 419 0773 419 0773 978 564 0773 978 564. These are the numbers for Orange subscribers. Look for subscribers. This is the alternative line for the Lone Star subscribers. 0881 275 189 0881 275 189. That's the alternative line for the Lone Star subscribers. To the Falashens out there, this is the alternative line for you to call. 0779 003835 0779 003835. If you're not a Falashen, you call on this number. I'm not going to take you. Stop with this first week. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sister Samira.
Morning. Let's hear you.
Okay, this is D. Moses. I'm calling from around here. We're resident.
Let's hear you.
Sister Samira and Ben Billy Toba and the rest of the guests in studio. My children, I get be sorry for them. You know, the people say when Monge ready to die, they can hear wisdom.
Hello. Hello. I'm saying this, and I'm intentional about it. If you have a question to ask, you ask your question. We will not allow you using invectives on our guests. If you do so, we'll cut you up. If you have a qualm, raise the qualm, they will answer. You have a question, raise the question. I'm going to protect our guests in studio. So if you have a qualm, say it. I'm serious about it.
I sincerely take it back.
Okay, thank you for taking it back. Go ahead.
Okay, you know, those guys in studio, I want for you to ask them. What?
No, it is your time to ask them. I've asked them already. That's your time here. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, that's what I say. I want to ask them. The constitutional violation, Mr. Parker, is carrying on. And then where Liberians how they find food to eat, where marketing have been displayed, where community people have been displayed. So those are things that they are saying that Parker is doing whether people should follow national independent women for Parker re-election 2029.
No, they movement and now national independent movement for Parker re-election. The people say that Falashen. You're not listening?
Yeah, but that is see people.
No, not the people. I will not say that one.
No, very people I met them with father. I know them personally. I'm telling you, I know them personally and they know me.
Them people give me the money.
Don't chairman, they are just marketing.
So what is your question, my brother? We have other people on the lines. The lines are bimbing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You want to ask. You want to make a qualm, but do not do anything that will go against our rules. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Your name, where are you joining us from?
Yeah, I'm Joseph Bona from Jalastown.
Jalastown. Let's hear you.
Yeah, to the guests, how can I join this movement?
How to join the movement? That's a question. They will answer you. Good morning. Morning. Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you, Samira. My name is Oliver Wasra. So I joined this one from Jacobstown.
Jacobstown.
So, Mr. Thank you. Yes, Samira. So I want to ask you. I don't know what you asking that you use to define consistencies. That you will be telling us that Tifa is one of the consistent politician Liberia.
Well, I know Wasra. You one of our regular callers on this platform. If I'm not mistaken. So instead of you asking the guests, I'm the one you asking now.
Okay, just the point. My issue here is that
Hatola Father not be consistent to unity. To Josh.
No. Thomas Father has been a deviant in our party. Thank God he was thrown out of the party. You cannot be a partisan of the party and then you are going against the party.
So you don't have question to ask these gentlemen.
I have my question. I want to clarify the statement. No, not you.
Why you want to say your own?
Okay, sorry. Let me say this. You see, when they ask them the question, so when you know part of road campaign, and somebody child was killed, somebody family was killed, and then they asking the question, the general guy is saying that, oh, you care for national discussion. So is that national discussion that a partisan of the United Party when they kill people, children, people family, people breadwinner, and then you are telling all his life national issue. So which one is the national issue?
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Samara.
This is the line of Falashan. Are you a Falashan?
Oh, but this is a new start no more.
You have no car, don't do that to me, member. You call him my personal number, you said I'll no start no more.
I call you announced a new start, you say.
No, this is not the Lone Star. This is an orange number. I give it out of Falashan, alternative line. Make your point, Edmond. Okay, so he's not saying anything. Let's come to the Lone Star line now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. I didn't know where you join us from.
Samara, I'm Stephen Kaifa, and then I'm joining from 12th Street within Central Monrovia.
Let's hear you.
I have a question for your studio guest. During the CDC law regime, someone was termed as CFA. And then the message the Unity Party folks gave to Liberians at that time that someone inherited property illegally from the Georgia-led government. He is a thief, and they label him as a criminal at that time. And now they are coming back to the Liberian people, to we the Liberian people. We have set with the common people to tell us that Thomas Fala now is not a thief, he's a hero. He can redeem the Liberian people. He can attract both to Joseph Burger for his second term bid. Do you think that Liberians will listen to you people after you have called this man a criminal? That is one. Two, the injustice that is raging on Liberians by this government that common fella using you people to come and defend. Raging for what? Illegal violation of people whom demolitions within single. Just in Rototan, we experience huge massive demolition exercise going on by this government in Princeton, which is the sitting representative.
Okay, thank you.
Secondly,
no, not secondly, that third you going to now. I won't ask 3 questions when out of people on the line. So Edmoka is one of our regular callers and followers. So Edmond Kai, you can call any of these lines, and definitely I will pick your call. You can call my personal line. I'll pick your call. We'll give preference to those of the people that call regularly. To be real. Morning.
Amira and Ben.
Morning.
Yeah, I'm saying hi to your studio guest. I'm Peter David Castro. I call from under the streetlight in Lower Johnson, a member of the Concerned Liberian for Justice. And firstly, what I grab from these guys is like what we call innovation is still lacking. And look at the name. The name is not synonymous. It's synonymous, to the CDC subscription. Falashen. It was the seditions that brought out that particular idea, and they are still treating with that. So, my brothers, yeah, you need to work on that. And the words of us to see and a political leader, more especially a deputy speaker for a House of Representatives, to organize a group for re-election of Joseph Imam Bouakai, that clearly validated that the masses of Liberian people are tired. Because this particular, if the government is working, it is an ordinary people, not government official, much as the government official. So, my brother, you can eat your money, come 2029, you are going to dislodge them from power. And lastly, let me just speak on the issue of the public school. And at the public school that was constructed in District 2, my brother, it was under the initiation of Honorable Thomas.
That's a public school constructed. Did I hear that one? At my car, morning.
Morning. Thank you for taking my call. Let me say morning to the
so you see how we give you preference. You one of the regular followers on the station.
And to my brother Ben Believe Toka. This is Edward Carr. The guy in studio there that know me. We've been interacting on the radio. By the way, I'm the visually impaired and pushing for the president. We are a proud member of Concerned Liberian for Justice. You know, the guys will struggle because the moment you join Bouakai, you will struggle in your discussion because the guys that are here, they're telling me that they are moving that John Tamafala, and Tamafala is supporting Bouakai's second term. So if you're supporting Bouakai's second term, what you're going to be convincing the people on? When you have a president that don't respect the rule of law, when you have a president that go against critical voices in the country, when you have a president that have failed to create jobs for the Liberian people, after of development, 2 years plus, the president has not been able to attract one single investor in the country. The vice president, including himself, they have repeatedly said that they are unable to create jobs for the Liberian people. Your message will be difficult. Then to Fala. Look, Fala is not doing anything for the Liberian people, Samara. Are there Tamon Fala to lead the United Party side and play a movement support to Alexander Comey or Beleche, Tewan Gonglo? Tomorrow, if Fala is not indicted and prosecuted, I resign from politics, not only from CDC. He's doing it because of fear. When you say Fala was loyal to CDC, yes. And the only reason why Fala was loyal to CDC because the kind of government that he operated under. Ellen Justice Study was not looking like the way this government looking, where you could not speak up, where you could not support your side, they will come after you. So Fala was there. During the 6 year, obviously he will be there. Being loyal to CDC for the 18 years, yes, that's true. But what has happened is that Father is not doing this thing because he loves the United Party or he loves the Liberian people because he's doing it for the Liberian people. No, he's doing it because he wants to protect his work. Let's look at the development they're talking about. How do you build school in a district where you are allowing the citizens to pay high fees, where you got all of your in-law at the principal and the record store? Then you call it development. Fully economic role, vocation role. How can it be your development when you have your breaking role to roll over it? They were the initial president. We are Ellen Johnson Salim.
Thank you.
So to conclude, Fala is not doing it because of the Liberian people. He's doing it because he wants to protect what he got during the CDC time. And today, if I leave, this Bwaka and go to any other political party besides CDC. If I is not indicted and prosecuted, I should resign from policy, not only from CDC.
Okay, thank you, Atmo Car. Let's take this person. Good morning. We are to close by 10:30, so we have 25 minutes. Good morning.
Yes.
You in the traffic?
Yeah.
Are you in the traffic, my brother?
Yeah.
You said?
Fanny down for Johnsonville.
Okay.
Yeah, for I was talking to Unity Party Poland, the Popo need better. You know that the Popo need better. The money you use to move to Kofa. I think a lot of times you should tell the post the Popo need better. Not so use your money and move to Kofa from there. You know how much money you use? That today you know the Popo need better.
Hotel, my brother. All the girls, they were flying on pimping there.
Oh yes.
Yes.
A lot of times you not know that the Popo need better. And now you know that the Popo need better. You continue fully. The people are behind you, like the people are sitting there in the studio, they push you, like you continue fully there. Everybody are the system. Oh yes.
Oh yes. You too, because tomorrow for the CDC.
For that, one come on for the Benin, the senatorial election, I lost my two phone. My two phone. I lost.
What is it that you lost, my brother? What did you lost?
My two phone.
Fatima Farabene.
Oh yes.
Come to the studio and the people in the studio. You can't get it.
They will not pay. I put them get nothing.
No, they will not pay. But they will tell you to Thomas Fala. Why you lost your phone for Thomas Fala?
I get Fala number. I call him over to him. No one answer my call. I'm at a PA.
Okay, let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Samoa, and good morning to you and Barkley.
Lady Yaka?
Good morning. Yeah, Federal Bar calling for Justice Day, concern Liberia for Justice.
Okay.
Thank you very much, my brother. I want to ask a gardener in studio.
Yes.
That sitting down on the platform today and the Liberia and listen to them.
Yes.
For that criminal again. For that ATM is for CC again. Oh, let me tell you, my brother. You always score, as everybody said. No man or say I always turn the radio that Joseph Boka will be re-elected. Come to them now. Joseph Boka will follow. They will be flogged and they will be prosecuted. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Nathaniel from Oro.
Go ahead, Nathaniel.
Yeah, I want to tell the guys that it shouldn't be declared. So we tell them that they have no message, but I think we're telling that they tell people that Liberia should go for judge. We are back. They will look at the government who working, see a lot of development, and then they will question the government, but then they will come out and say, "Go for judge." They say in power, like do the country. The people suffer. They suffer. They will say, "Vote for him back," but they will say, "Don't vote for." I will. But they are making fun.
So what is your message?
You guys, don't be deterred. We are together and we'll fight together. Thank you.
Thank you. This person, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Your name and where do you join us from?
Junior calling for the traffic.
Okay, Chipper calling from the traffic. Let's hear you.
Thank you so much for the show. Tifa, we hear the battle for Tifa, but Tifa let us down. You made us sing. But Tifa, let me tell you this. For all, we're not against you. You are too fast. It's like you are just, having two relationships. As soon as the other relationships, as soon as the other person says, you run to the other one. You are too fast, Mr. Tifa. You are too fast. We ask you for your business. We interrupt people cutting off. They used to call you Roll. All those that are around you today, they used to call you Roll. How they are taking you to dinner. The way they used to insult you, will stay in the camp for you, will ask you for your business. Then you just let us down. You go and join the Unity Party. That kind of powerful friendship. That's what I let you, Tifa. You will see for yourself. It's because you supporting them and what they're doing it for, but they not let you. We have the law for you. We need to ask you for you. Nothing we getting for you, but we used to ask you for you. That's what we used to do. But thank you. Yeah, God bless you. You be successful in your organization, Tifa. So to the next coming.
Okay, thank you for participating. This is how it comes on end of the call segment. We're not taking any more calls. Yeah, let's go over to our guests so that they'll be able to answer a few of the questions that will be asked about the Liberian people. It's important that we do that. A person asked as to how they can join the movement. We still have calls coming in. Radio is time. We'll not take any of your calls. Probably we'll host the people another time, but that won't, I can show you, will be paid for. Yeah. Yeah. That won't be paid for, but we will host them probably another time. But we're not taking any of the calls. Thank you so much. How can a person join the Palashe?
Yeah, the Palashe movement is a national movement that is welcome to everybody, and we will call our number for you to get in contact with us. Then we incorporate you in the movement. So I don't know what I could. Yeah, so if you want to form part of this mass-based political movement, kindly call these numbers. The orange is 0776 636360. I repeat, 0776 636360. And the Lone Star is 0888 876556. 0888 876556. So when you call us, then we will incorporate in the organization. Thank you.
Okay, so that's the first and propaganda person can answer. Another person said someone killed during the campaign period, and this question will be asked by Ben, and I think the person did not get deliberate answer. The one that can be the person that been killed and all of that. You can answer them.
Yeah, so we said it that it was being condemned by the now Deputy Speaker, Honorable Thomas Pangafala, our leader. That act was being condemned by each and every politician. There is no support to violence during election, and nobody can support that. So we believe it was being condemned by even the now president Joseph Juma Boakai in Foya during the campaign. When he went there, like I said, he condemned it when he said there's no unity party or CDC. We have one Lufa and one Foya. So yes, it was been. I think it's a regrettable one, and we should condemn it. That in election, so some of these things, it should be going to the same young people are calling. During election time, not about 14. Just push your message. So like we came here, we never came here to talk bad about CDC or good about unity party. No, we came here to push a specific message, and that message is we support the developmental agenda of the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Thomas Pangafala, and the government of Liberia. So our interest in Liberia is not political party or political institution. So that issue was being dealt with, and we feel sorry. He's a family member as well, and he's a brother and he's a comrade. So we regret it, but the family has been taken care of by Onofala, and it's a past history that we all regret.
Okay, let's move on to the next person. Another person asked a question, and it said that Fala was returned as a thief 5, and he had property illegally, excuse me. And now coming back, you people are coming back to say that he's not a thief. Will Liberians listen to the people?
I think let me just track back some of the verses then. I think many of us remember Prince Johnson.
Yeah.
Many of us know the controversy. But at the end, a politician look at development and see a bigger picture. So I think during political time, you see that people made a lot of comments. And I want to advise all Liberians. At the end of this conversation, sometimes the top guys normally have their cold beers and cold style and just joke about it, right? So the names that were being called, that was the heat of the debate. The political time was very tough, so people called on Otomo Father T5, but there is no record. I could be wrong, but many of us can brass that he has not been indicted by any law. Even in the lower house, there has been no record where T5 has been audited and a validation have come out to say, hey, GSCC or AACC say Tomo Father is a criminal. There's nothing like that. So I want to tie that to political sentiment at that time, or maybe someone preaching what is right for them at a specific time. Like someone that is arguing for the CDC, someone is arguing for the Unity Party. At a specific time, people see what is right for them based on their own political alignment. So let's cancel that. Tom Fowler is not a rule, he's not a criminal, he has not been indicted at any time. So there is no record of that. Now he's coming to say, that's why always say to somebody, this father is saying, I don't want to be controlled by a specific party. I want to be controlled by Liberia. That's why he's not hiding at the back. For the record, Tomo Father has catch. You don't want to doubt that. There's somebody who served for 18 years and not just serving, but investing. He invested a lot, not just in personal or not just in private life or in the life of his family or his private family, but he did a lot of investment, right? Cutting across. So he has a lot of money for himself. He could say, let me sit at the back and just push my guys to or Cummins, push my guys to other politicians. But he said, open it. I'm going to support a Pacific party, and that part, and I was going to support a Pacific president, and that president is Joseph Human Parker. So cancel that issue about Tifa. Tifa is looking at Liberia and based on action, not empty promises.
Okay, now let's move on to Secretary with this question. It's important that we'll be able to share the question on everyone. And another caller asked, and he asked as to if, Fala is not using you people. And also another person said that it was seditionists who brought out to Fala Shants. So it's two, you want to answer that question, please?
Yeah, so like I said,
Too loud. You want to reduce it?
Yeah, so like I said, Samira, we are professionals. The person who asked that question don't know us, and we don't want to talk about our portfolios. We are professionals. Ada is speaking. I'm a professional social worker, with BSW and currently pursue my master. So we at least we thank God we can take care of ourselves.
So you're not being used.
No, I'm just trying to clear that we are not being used. And we did this based on our conviction, based on love for the nation, and to help to promote Tifa political agenda because he has done a lot. And when it comes to who bear this name first, we are not into that competition. Because we know even the air that we brief today, other people say that the other government brought that. So as for us, we don't want to go into that kind of elementary conversations and what have you. So everything that you see the movement doing is based on our conviction, is based on love for country, is based on the kind of individual that we support, and the overall. Because when the country progress, the country at the end of the day, the citizen we all benefit. The arena for it don't form one person, for everybody. Development is Southeast to the road connectivity is not only there for Unity partisans or Falashin or whatsoever. It is there for the Liberian for everybody use that road to go to the Southeast and other part of Liberia. So the goal is the country, not individual or not political party. So everybody that is seeing the movement are self-supported. They are responsible people. If you join a movement because of one cup of red or Father $10, our movement does not encourage. Our movement is an RGF movement. Our movement is a movement that support development.
Okay. Thank you. We're drawing close, and in your party comment, each of you within 1 minute. I would like to ask, what message do you have, or do you want Liberians to remember after this interview? What is the message that you want for Liberians to remember after this interview?
So again, my name is Kitashis Galon Temi. Ngakbeno, Ankula Bonkante, Kumane. So I'm from Sanoi district. Yeah. So I just trying to relate to other people, making us to understand that there's a movement that cut across. It's not about a specific tribe. It's not about a specific a profession. It just cross across. So I want to raise the mindset of people that we are maybe a group of people that are suffering. No, no, no. Get that out. Some of us, we have family, we sustain ourselves. If you ask some questions, some of us, we have taken money from our own pocket to ensure that we move this movement forward. So my message, two decisions here. Decision number one, sit and listen to politicians with empty promises, or join a team where you see action and not waiting for 2028. There's an action that have started and it will continue even after 2029. Join this movement. Let's us have one Falashen and moving this country forward. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on to
The name is Legends Gibson, and I'm the vice chair for press and propaganda. I hail from Rivergy County, to be precise, Kedibo Siboken. And so to tell you, I'm a grateful man.
You said
River G, one of the smallest and fastest growing
so
counties.
No,
River G is
Grebo people.
yeah, Grebo. It's one of the fastest growing. It's where Fina Bono hail from. So we I'm a Grebo and I'm from the southeast. So to support a person, like on Otomakpanga Fala, it tells you that he cut across. Is not that tribal sentimental person. And religiously, we have Muslims, we have Christians, we have Buddhists, we have pagans that are part of the Falashen. And this is what we want to see, for every Liberian to believe in. You can believe in Liberia above party. It's not time that we'll be looking at party every time, party and fighting. No, when election is over, let's come together, work with the current government and see to it that we can achieve the development of our country. And that's why Onofala, I've always believed in. Every time after election, you will never see him buy morphine or like the other guys will do it. The men believe in development, and that's what we believe in, and that's what we want every Liberian to believe in. So you can come on board. We are open, and everybody here, like, don't come and be expecting, don't come and be expecting money or job, because we like the SG said, everyone is professional, right? Many of us, we are professional people. Yeah. So all of us are professional, and if you are coming, you're coming in with your ideas, to see how best we can build our country, see how best we can support the government. So thank you so much again for the invite. And I mean, Samira, you're one of the persons that I admire so much. We want to say thank you for the work you do for Liberia and for being professional. And thanks for the conversation as well.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President Propaganda Share. I like that position. For me, that person. So definitely. But let's move on to the second gentleman.
Yeah, so Samira, thank you so kindly for affording us this opportunity to speak to the Liberian people and sharpening some of those contradictions, clarifying some of those issues. Falashen is a national movement that cut across political affiliation that has its branches in the 15 counties, and we believe in capacity building. We believe in supporting good governance. That is why, if you look at our motto, say unity in diversity. Honorable Fala leads, we follow, we support his political agenda 100%. And we have a movement official Facebook page. I think through that Facebook page, you go in contact with the movement. We'd love for other people to follow the day-to-day activities of the movement. And Sunday, the movement going to lead thousands of 8 members to grace the official launch of NEMO's, launch on Sunday, May 24th, 2026. Right opposite the health ministry, we anticipating 10,000 plus people to grace our occasion, and the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Yumobaka, will be in attendance. Other high-level government officials also grace the occasion. We have many lawmakers who also be joining NEMO on that day. So thank you for the time, and we look forward to many of these engagements.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Fellow Liberians, this is how we come to an end of Good Morning Liberia. And you have listened to the three executives of the Falashian movement: Abdullah Kamara, Secretary General; Legend Gibson, Vice Chair for Press and Propaganda; Tisha Kitakis, or whatever. Tembe, the Vice Chair for Planning and Research and Strategy. You have listened to that. Of course, it had been a very much magnificent conversation here. Like the beauty of politics, you ask the questions. At the end of the day, we all were in one accord, or we're in the interest of the country. We're here to push the country's agenda. That's our mission. I want to say thanks to all of you who have followed, to those of you who shared the live video. It's been a really interesting conversation. And we look forward to hosting them more. People have started the campaign already. We look forward to not you people, but politicians have started the campaign. Their talks, you know that it is campaign talks. But we look forward to hosting them more to 2029. See as to what the people of Liberia decides. I want to say thanks to all of you. My name is Samira One Lie, and of course I am Samira One Lie. I've been here with Ben Believe Talk Back. Together we asked all of the hard questions. I want to talk to you when I talk to you. So thanks to DJ Secret. Yeah, been here making sure that we have a good broadcast. You have yourself a pleasant day. Talk to you when I talk to you. God be with us all.